Yeah.
There it is.
Oh my God, it's Grimstroke, guys. Can you believe it? It's almost like
Grimmy.
they've opened Beastmaster Ogre.
So predictable complexity. If Trent can
That's not
figure it out,
necessarily a good thing.
so can Beast Coast.
But, I mean, it's solid. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the Inkswell is really good on Juggernaut. You just put it on him. He spins. He hits you with damage. Then he stuns you after. You die.
Yeah, those sound like jug things.
And obviously, we've already talked about the combinations it has with Ogre Magi and Beastmaster for single target spells. And it opens you up for a really good last 10th pick. Now, the obvious choice will be Lena. Because it's already good versus the Cold Embrace. It has a ground targeted spell versus the Crystal Maiden if she's ulting and Glimmer Caped. You can just LSA her really easily, and you got to watch over that ulti. You need interrupts, man, especially with all the physical damage they have. Like, you need some way to stun it, and I wouldn't want to rely just on Inkswell. So I think Leshrac or Lena both look pretty good for Cole last. They both work with Grimstroke, and they both ground target versus CM.
Both sound pretty good. But
Got those big brains, working.
Does Beast Coast want? They've got like the beginning of a good team fight squad, but they need something to kind of tie it together here. Something with slightly lower cooldowns. Okay. They'll grab a Terrorblade, maybe not down that cooldown route that I was thinking, but now you got somebody who can pressure pretty hard. Another good team fighter.
TB is the hero in pubs right now.
Three
melee.
A lot
of TB.
Yep, 3 melee heroes. That maybe makes TB a little more appealing.
Plus, we just talked about all the physical damage they have between the aura and the Jug ulti, right? And so much armor.
Now that's one area that Terrorblade certainly does not lack.
Why no Trent's already podcast this week? Well, actually, we had a special guest, and it's been rescheduled for next week. So that's why. There you go, Chad.
Dude, and he rescheduled like an hour before I was posting that tweet, man. I had that thing ready to fire, so it was good timing. But yeah, next Wednesday, the next one. And
how do we hint who it is? You have to give a hint.
He played in the C qualifier.
He almost qualified for TI in C. How's that?
C, yeah. That was a pretty wide open region, dude. There could be a couple different people there. Make them guess.
Dire team ban.
They're gonna ban the Death Prophet. Okay, just kind of fits.
Good team fighter. The Death Ball.
It's Gunner. You guys are bad at this. False. You're wrong. How do you like me now?
It's actually not Gunner.
It's not Gunner. Boom.
It's actually not Gunner.
Boom. That's what you get. You jump to conclusions.
It's a jump to conclusions, Matt.
Timberban. Oh, see, now that's relevant. That would have been a way better hint, which kind of gives it away, but that's okay.
Yeah, how appropriate, for real.
Yeah, seriously.
But a really good ban in this game. Tide, Terrorblade. Both do not like Whirling Death. But what is the last
open-ended
pick here? What is
they could take the
want?
open-ended mid pick like the Lena, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of a Roya hero.
I kind of like Puck or something. You know, somebody
Kunkka,
that can,
probably.
Yeah, Kunkka. There you go. Terrorblade likes buddies that hold enemies in place. And okay, Shadow Fiend, not gonna do much holding in place.
That's interesting.
So this actually, every time we see Shadow Fiend, we go back to that timing push, right? Are we looking at high ground around the time the talent comes out for that Presence of the Dark Lord? And this could be a draft for it. Terrorblade is pretty scary with that minus armor aura. Am I crazy?
Well, yeah, at the same time, there's like this question of who's going to build the Greaves, maybe, between the Shadow Fiend and the Tidehunter, or does this open up the Shadow Fiend to actually go more of that like BKB style, which I feel like has been more popular lately. Even like Blink Yule's sort of stuff coming out too. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to how they want to run this. It's a dire side SF as well.
Ooh.
So he can be working that top dire jungle a little bit maybe while the Wyvern comes mid and helps to spam it out, or the Crystal Maiden because they have good wave clear on both of their support heroes. Now, do they still want the Lena is the question to me. I'll take the Gyro.
Gyrocopter? But why?
But why?
I mean, Gyro Wisp is that classic combo. I mean, this is going to be a Gyro mid, it looks like.
We saw this near the end of the TI quals, right? We had a couple of games. I think even in C we had some, if I'm not insane.
Did we? A mid Gyro?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like we started seeing mid gyro right near the end. I know NA was doing it for sure. And it might have been Cole, judging by this, but I know we also didn't get to watch a lot of. God, it's so hard to find Cole when I look on Dota Buff now because I keep looking for their old logo and my brain gets
Oh.
confused.
Well, I do hear you on that one.
Yeah. It looks like they were not picking it up themselves, but I definitely saw the gyro popping up
Okay.
here and there. So I mean, I don't know. No one to me has always been the best mid gyro.
Yep.
Like he was like the peak in terms of like playing it super aggressively and diving for kills and stuff. That was when the hero was a little bit better, but it does fit Limp in that same metric. I'm not expecting it to be a super hard farming gyrocopter.
Very interesting.
It's illusion clear versus the TB. It's a lot of magic damage versus the TB.
How does the matchup go? Doesn't Shadow Fiend kind of do okay there? Like that doesn't strike me as a hard. Like Gyro Weaver, that's a hard counter 1v1 lane. I feel like Gyro doesn't quite do the same against Shadow Fiend. Like, what do you max? Is this a homing missile spam kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. I'm not sure how Limp's going to do it. I don't know how I feel like he'll probably max the missile, but then it comes to the question of if I'm maxing the missile, is he just going to abuse CM Aura and jungle the whole time anyway? And then what do I do, right?
Right.
Because then if I've zoned him out of lane, but I still need points in my my flat cannon, so probably just 2 points missile maybe would be enough to drive him out.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm curious to see how he makes that work as well, and to see how much assistance the mid lane receives from either side. Also, shout out to a classic IX Mike. I mean, this set, the mustache IX Mike, he must be pretty happy to be back in action in the pro scene and playing CM, because this set was pretty legendary.
It is one of the better meme sets. I think there are like a handful of items that snuck in that I don't know if they would have made it. This one is pretty top tier. And the short haircut as well. It's
quality. Like just how good the mustache is though. You're right. I don't know if this would quite make it in today.
It's kind of like the is it the Vici logo that's the Tusk sigil? That is the one to me, or is it the Fnatic logo? One of them has.
No, it's Vici.
Yeah, it's Vici. That one just blows my mind. Like
there's Alliance ones too. There's Vici ones. There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
I think Valve's still down with those. Honestly.
Yeah, those are. Can't buy that kind of branding, dude. Except for in Midas mode.
Dude, these boars are gonna have a hard time up against Wyvern and Crystal Maiden. Already got the frostbite out from Mike. Cashed in on one boar.
I like this Beast Coast draft. In terms of numbers, complexity are pretty heavy favorites, but I think some of those betting odds might be a little misleading.
The battle begins.
I'm feeling Beast Coast. I think they're hungry. I think they've got something to prove. And I think they've got a damn good draft here.
It's hard to get excited about the mid gyro. It has not wowed me in a while. But I'm looking forward to seeing how Complexity do it. I feel like Cole are going to win this one. I'm not sure why. Maybe the TB. I mean, Leo's got a pretty mean TB, so that might just be enough to just completely own this game.
First board down.
Also, it's Brax's Tide. That's his thing.
It is true. I have
like
seen
Brax hero.
Play a lot of Tide.
Like the Brewmaster and the Tide Hunter.
It very much fits his style. Kraken Shell, big stun, potential to make the game-changing plays.
I think he's really good at holding out for that Ravage, too. That's one thing I like about watching him play Tide, is that I keep thinking he's going to die, and he tanks up like 6 spells. Like, he lets them go for the chain stun, and then he pulls out the Ravage, and the fight's just over,
Yep.
Oh, you got those logos backwards again there, my dude.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Hang on. We're going to update
Sorry,
those in a
guys.
sec. We're looking at moves. Yeah,
The technology.
Sorry.
It's too advanced for us, guys. Sorry.
So I have to swap sides again? Oh, that's
I
so
know.
weird. That
It's
is
tough.
Okay, that is very weird. Now that is not intuitive. I gotta say, I'm gonna send a bug report to our friends at BTS there.
Well,
Okay.
down bottom, Brax is on the run. Now, this is one thing about Ogre. He's got an Orb of Venom, but he's slow. So Brax is just giving him the backstroke.
He's swimming, dude. Brax is making him feel bad.
And he knows he has the ignite, so he's got a free TP.
To Tavo, he's gonna fall up top.
That's bad. So TV just got first blood, eh?
No, the first blood was on Moose from Z Freak when we were switching the logos, but
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my
Still.
bad. But still, TV gets a kill in his lane.
it's kind of funny
Tavo,
though,
man.
because I had the same thought and I had to stop myself from saying first blood is drawn. I don't know why that first kill was so unmemorable. We're just like, yeah, Moose died. Nobody
How about,
cares.
Roya in the mid, because it might be another kill.
Oh, there you go. Limp gets him. Okay, well, it was even mid until then. 2 points flat cannon, 1 point homing missile.
Ooh, oh!
Look out.
Hits him with the tip. My goodness. Yeah, and as he said, with the 2 points in flat cannon, that's scary because he's still able to get the harass on you, and that keeps up his farming speed. What is the prize pool? I actually don't know what the total prize pool is, to be honest. I know that you win $1,000 per game in the group stage, and then on top of that, there's a prize pool. So, pretty good prize pool.
Actually going to live down bottom. I think 20 HP. Z Freak, he's not fast enough. He might be. Brax stopped for one more anchor smash.
Yeah, there would have been another ignite anyway, so. Getting the damage in, I think.
All right. Wow, this farm breakdown is really weird. We've got 4 heroes with no last hits. Mike with 6. And then you've got the 2 big cores on both sides farming pretty well. But both offlaners are getting almost nothing right now. And speaking of nothing, Brax, he's going to have some trouble and go down again.
Yeah, at least Tavo's up to level 3. Brax is in Strug City after doing a wave pull. Now, mind you, Tavo's getting full XP, which is probably why, right? Because he's not splitting any with his supports. But his life is pretty good. He's still able to play in the lane. Sure, this is a free farming TV, which is a bit scarier than a free farming Jug, I think you could argue. Ike's going to try and pull him out now, though. He's got the 1-1-1 build. He's helping out all his lanes, and it should still be enough that he can bully back Tavo a bit.
Yeah.
He's out of mangoes, though. That's the one issue he's got right now.
Free farming TB is a little scarier, perhaps, but Jug will have his moments.
Mid lane, they're going to try and set a kill here. But Roya seems to be aware of this Invis rune. I think, yeah, his bottom rune reached it, or his bottom ward reached it. Wow, from the bottom lane.
Z-Freak finds the kill on the Wyvern. Gets the
Gave him the
friendly
rundown under the tower. So that bottom lane's a disaster now for Beast Coast.
tip. Big time.
And now Mike is trying to go for something. He doesn't want to go aggro, though. Now he's going to get stunned up, trying to protect his own bounty rune.
He does grab
he
it,
got
though.
it.
Missed time by 343.
Pretty hard to get it on the level 1 Inkswell, I guess.
And now he's going to be in some trouble. Leo's going to come down. Says, hey, bud. I'll pop a meta for that.
All right, that was a pretty bad use of an Invis rune.
But they do get 3 bounties on the side of complexity.
Wow, Moose is even forced to fly his way around down here on the Wyvern. Just try and stay in XP range. He actually escaped from the Ogre.
I feel like Ogre has really long forearms. Is that just me? If you look at him carrying that club, that forearm is big, man.
Yeah, it is definitely much longer than his
It
his
kind
bicep.
of looks like he's got a leg attached to his bicep.
It's all part of the charm.
I guess so. 2 heads, appendages all over the place. He's just a Picasso of a hero. Nice deny from Mike.
Wow. He also froze the catapult to stop the bonus damage, and then even got the last hit on it after a couple right clicks from the Shadow Fiends. So,
Absolute
what a gamer.
madman.
Is he ever? Well, now down bottom, I see that Brax and Moose are still trying to have some input on this lane. But now Z-Freak's in behind Brax. Wyvern just TP's top. Brax level 3 spin here. I think he's a goner.
I think so,
Is he
too.
fish food?
stunned up. Dead. Well, Brax 0, 3, and 0. Level 4 at least. Tavo soon to be 5, but Tavo only conceded that one death. Despite all that, though, the carries are farming pretty evenly. Jug and TB about on even net worth footing.
Gyro's kill doing quite a bit in the mid lane, though, right? I mean, SF is jungling and still keeping up fairly well, right? He's only 400 gold behind. But nonetheless, he was forced out quite a bit. He's missed a couple waves with Limp controlling it closer to his tower, but he's to make up for it in the jungle. Does he have Ancient Stacks is the question. The answer is currently no for the Gyro, so I wouldn't mind seeing someone trying to rectify that. In fact, they actually have Ancient Stacks on the Dire side there for the Tidehunter, or the TV, or potentially even the SF. So definitely some nice economy there for a Beast Coast just lying in wait. Mike going for the 1-1-2 build on the CM. Can approve of this. It's generally how I like to build the Crystal Maiden. Just keep buffing your allies, right? That's what it's all about.
Yep, get your utility, get your combo, so you can do some stuff in lane. And then
now
share the
Z-Freak
love.
comes up. He at 8 minutes, he sees him trying to stack this, so he's gonna go for the block. Z-Freak did not see him stacking it, so he misses on the block.
Does
despite being
not
up there
go
at
for
the
the
8
block.
minutes.
You just needed to add a
Does
guarantee
secure
onto that.
regen though. That's pretty big. Gets a bottled regen rune now for his Gyro. It was because of the night vision. He couldn't actually see that the camp had gotten pulled.
Yep. All right, down bottom we go. Z-Freak, dude, he's got the Midas queued up on this Ogre. I like it.
Yeah, he got those kills, right? He's got 3 kills already. This is definitely a Midas game. When you think about it, if you just get a single multicast on it, it's pretty insane. You have a 75% chance to multicast.
I was just going to say, dude, that's with that buff, like, this kind of used to be the meme build that was super greedy. Now it feels pretty legit. Up top, we'll see Grimstroke get dove and brought down. But a counter kill onto Mike, most likely. Beautifully done by Moose to save him, but now Limp is here. They'll be able to chase him down. Plenty of damage. Rocket.
Ooh, maybe a secondary.
Yep, TP not going to happen. Definitely going to find the Wyvern now. Okay, a twofer. So a great rotation from Limp. 8-3, complexity. They've got the lead. Mid-tier 1, though. Interesting rotation from the TB.
I was perusing the mainstream, or many of you were, during the break that we had as we were waiting for Beast Coast to finish up their game versus J-Storm. And Mike came on the couch, well, the mic very briefly, rather, after their victory. And when asked about this game and series versus Complexity, he said, and I quote, easy 2-0 left.
Okay.
So,
right.
Mike, it's time to time to walk the walk, my dude.
Well, Tavo's getting some space to recover. That's a medallion up on him. How's Braxy doing? He's found his level 6, so also kind of on this road to recovery. A level 7 Jug in the face of the CM, thinking about a play, but nope, he'll just TP out. Brace for the bounty. Brax, he'll be able to snag it.
Another 3 for 1.
Yeah.
The bottom bounty will be picked up here for Roya's bottle. But here we go. That ancient triple stack here going to get picked up. Brax up into the second point of Kraken, so just taking a couple tickles here.
Hey, man, this is some awesome XP for your Tidehunter.
I like that they're giving it to Roya, too. Just get this SF somewhere scary. He's going for that Yule's build. He wants to get aggressive.
Yep.
Get the swag instead.
The TB's already off to a good start. Try to get everyone else caught up. Terrorblade will have that Yasha coming.
Miracle's down there playing a dangerous game right now. Has the healing ward up now, though. As he tries to hunt it down with the illusion. Oh, Leo. You got it.
Okay. Put a lot of pressure on up top, so maybe expecting a rotation.
Yeah, look at this. Bloodlusted level 3 Inner Beast Catapult.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dude, I'm so hyped for this Midas. I
Yeah, me
want
too.
to
It's
see
gonna be a good
Z-Freak
one.
get it on the first one.
Well, the odds are in his favor. Let me just say
They
that.
certainly are.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now some counter pressure mid. Looks like BC will look to defend this. Winner's Curse onto Limp. Trying to get around for the setup. Brax thinking about a Ravage, but they won't need it. Other side, looking at Z-Freak. Trying to cut the wave. Now in no man's land. TP out. Mike trying to get there in time. He's got it. Frosty
for the
Cube
Midas?
for the Fiery Ogre. Down he goes.
At least sends him back to the base for his tome with his first death. So that was a kill streak for Mike.
Radiant's
That's pretty
middle tower
splendid.
is
That gets
under
him a
attack.
bracer now in the CM.
Whoa.
Up in that tank ability.
Look out.
If he ults, what do they have? Well, what can quickly stun? Just the Ogre and the Beastmaster, really.
Yeah.
And that's if he's visible.
Yeah, Grimstroke takes a little build up. Gyro obviously takes a while. You're right. It's a pretty cool game for that CM ult. Easy to underestimate, but she's a damage dealer.
It's a pretty busted ult at this point. The 20 armor is
It's
crazy.
so
And
big, too.
the 30% move slow, it can do so much in a team fight.
Yeah.
Especially when we're comboing that up with an SF, too, with the damage reduction. Like, this is kind of a boggish draft right now from Beast Coast, where, like, if you get locked into a certain area where you're fighting as complexity, it is not going to feel good. But they picked, early spin hero with the Jug, so that he is a dispel as well as the magic community, and a very early BKB hero in the Gyro.
Yeah, but with so few stuns, I mean, you really don't want to use Primal Roar on CM. I mean, I guess if you stop the ultimate, it's probably worth it, but it doesn't really feel good, right?
No.
Speak of the devil, Tavo.
Tavo.
There's an Invis rune on Ryoya, and he does have the Spirit Bomb here. Well, Tavo, it was nice knowing you.
Now, whenever people ask me who my favorite hero to cast is, I always say SF. I just think this hero is, like, he's got the ultimate swag factor. He's got the, fuck you mid 1v1 potential that I love
Yeah.
so much.
Whoa, Soulbind here. A Jug bouncing around. Miracle looking for a couple of kills. He's going to get one. It's just Moose. Now Brax on the run with a homing missile chasing him down. He's dead. That's two, baby. Complexity, keeping this thing high octane.
Dire's middle tower
My
is
favorite
under attack.
hero to cast.
Dire's middle tower
Shadow
has fallen.
Fiend is a good answer.
Dire are
Just
scanning.
like, I love that the triple raise is
Radiant's
just,
bottom tower
I don't
is
know, there's
under
not a lot of
attack.
moves like the triple raise, that are so satisfying to see, and it's just like, it's almost always such a clear outplay, It's not exactly a mystery how you get triple raised.
Yeah. This is kind of a weird answer, and I think a lot of casters would probably say the opposite because it's an obsing nightmare, but I really like casting Meepo games. Meepo, to me, has always been that mysterious, like, I think some of it is like a nostalgia thing. I can remember Dota 1 not being able to play Meepo at all and just randomly getting into games and you get destroyed by somebody that can play it. So every time I see that, like, 10th pick Meepo, I still just feel that excitement, man. I get that, oh, shit. I like it because it's a high-skill hero that's boom or bust. You're either going to melt faces with that Meepo or you just picked yourself into a serious hole. I love that.
That's true.
dude. I love seeing how it's going to turn out. I'm always pumped when I see a Meepo picked. I'm never disappointed.
Maybe we'll even get one in the summit. Oh, I missed the Midas. Did he get it? Dude.
Oh,
'Cause we have no way of telling. I mean, other than the fact that he's level 8. But
got
he
a lot
used
of
a tome.
Uh-oh, Ravage actually does connect onto the high ground. They're trying to bring down Tavo, but Leo will still fall through the Sunder. Now Mike tries to pop the ult, but he'll get interrupted. The Winner's Curse, not going to be enough. And they're going to be able to chase down this CM. It looks like Courier flying into the fray will make it out. Brax with a TP. On the other side, Limp not able to interrupt that one either. So a 1-for-2. Moose did finish off Tavo, but another...
Oh, here we go. 10 seconds for Z-Freak, guys. This is the important part of the game. Will he get the multicast?
Bana. Bana.
What's he going for?
Bana.
Oh, a troll.
Oh!
Oh, he gets it. Amazing.
Radiant's bottom
What a
tower
purchase.
is
Look at the
under
XP on that shit, dude. Huh?
That's pretty nuts, though. I mean, that's why you buy a Midas, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's Midas. The gold kept getting
Radiant's
nerfed, but
bottom
not the
tower is
XP.
under
All right, well,
attack.
Z-Freak is going to become the position 3 in this game, and I'm pretty sure Tavo is going to become the position 4, whether he likes it or not. He's going to get this Solar Crest, and he's going to be like, well, guys, that's the end of my item progression. Z-Freak's killing all the jungle creeps.
That's kind of been the story of the day for
For poor
Complexity,
Tavo.
though, is that
Yeah.
Tavo, he's been bottom of the
Radiant's
barrel.
bottom tower
They've
is
been
It's
under
scraping
been
him
rough.
off at the bottom at every game.
This one's been better compared to the games we saw in the series before, but still not like a snowballing kind of Beastmaster here. But now they're going to move into Roche. She's going to put this medallion to good use, and Beast Coast, they are not in a position to do much here.
I gotta say, 90 seconds comes up real fast, and then you add in the fact that we're only 30 seconds away from another Midas, and you almost get a 75% chance to get a second one.
Yeah, he's going straight Ags, dude. I want to play
Good
some
to have,
Ogre Midas.
Another stun this game for sure versus the TB, the SF, and the CM. Like they all have that clutch ulti, right, where you're trying to count down the stuns, and of course BKBs will still be really important to them, but. I mean, what else are you going to buy on an Ogre? Like an Aether Lens? You know, go big.
Aether's great. I will say Hex.
He just got it again, eh? He just got the tomato and the potato.
Oh, that's good. Hex is also great on this hero if you can afford it.
He just got the 90 GPM.
The multicast, yeah. Now, I will say, folks, recommendation, Midas Ogre is a great solo queue build. Because win or lose, you're having a good time. You're fucking farming creeps. You're rolling the dice. I have always had fun playing Midas Ogre.
I think it's more of a 4, though. I don't think it can be a hard 5. Like, this game... It's
you'll just never get it. If you're hard 5, you're just playing Ogre. You're not...
Yeah, but that's the problem, is that people will still do it. And then you probably won't have... Your team's not going to have fun.
Well, so depending on what rank you are, I have found that Ogre is a pretty good kind of noob cannon hero. You know, you're on a 3K pub stack. The other team's a 3K pub stack. I don't know why I'm saying stack. It's solo queue. But... Ogre's just good at whomping people, right? He's good at getting an advantage early on. So I've definitely had games where I pick Ogre intending to be the 5, but you just pick on their weak laners and you get some kills early on and you can get some farm.
You feed a couple times, but it takes 18 of their spells, and you're like, oh, that was worth it.
Exactly,
we won the team
you
fight.
know? You're getting your value. You're buying your gloves before you die so that you get all that early gold value.
This is a little unusual. Look where the Dire heroes are. Look where the Radiant heroes are. We got Radiant heroes cutting in behind and cutting, like grabbing waves here. And this courier has to make the brave journey out now with an Aether Lens and a Blink Dagger. This is my peak Shadow Fiend to watch, you know?
Okay, yeah. The glass cannon build. You know, mobility, farm speed.
He's got the move speed, too, with talent. So now he's zooming around at 423 all the time.
Yep, he's cruising. He's cruising. Maybe I should adjust and say Ogre Midas in the support role is a great mute your team, fuck the world, play your own game build.
Well, yeah, that I can agree with.
You know, like if you're one of those guys, you're like, you know what? I'm just playing Dota to play Dota. I don't want to even get to know my team. Midas Ogre is for you. Those people do exist, Trent.
They most certainly do. Z-Freak is
I play Dota with
bringing up the rear here. Oh, look at where Moose is. He just wanders in the middle of a couple of Cole heroes.
Well, Brax, the great bait, he just TPs out, and it's going to be Moose that gets left behind. It will clip the wings of the bird, and Miracle will grab another. It is a 4K, 3K net worth lead here for Complexity. Just about 4K as it kind of toggles back and forth.
They just got him again, didn't they? They just got 3 more bounty runs. Man. Cole are on the bounties this game. Maybe something that they're recognizing from that first series.
Oh, this is a big one. They catch him with the TP. They see it. They interrupt
but more
it.
importantly, look at Z-Freak. Here we go. Will he get it?
All right.
Oh, he's only level 11. Damn, it's only
Zed
12.
Freak.
God, I don't think... Well, we haven't seen him miss one yet.
This guy is an absolute monster.
He's
Somebody get this man a lottery ticket, dude. Although I guess we're really excited. It's a 75% chance. So it's more likely that he's going to get it than not. So
but
really...
it's also Dota, so you assume that he won't.
It's
you know,
Dota, so everything
value.
feels like a coin flip.
Yeah.
All right. The backstab play here. The potential wraparound. There's
Okay,
no
so let's say
Terrorblade.
if he were to blink and just go right on that Beastmaster right now, what stops him? The Ogre stun? Kind of it.
Oh, they're going to find Tavo all alone next to the shrine. That's definitely not the spot you want to be. That's an easy setup. And zoomed out looking for more. Looks like Miracle's going to make it out. And they'll just have to settle for a kill onto the Beastmaster. But
They already got the tower, though.
Yeah, they don't even defend. Probably an okay trade for Complexity.
I think it's also fine for Beast Coast at the same time, though, because it's just like TB's farming, right? And TB is very scary. He's still the highest net worth, and they have taken what
Ooh,
tier
yeah.
ones.
So this is going to be a scary timing window. We'll see Ryoya use the Spirit Bomb again. There's that multicast, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to have a Butterfly completed right now, and Gyro has just got his BKB. So this is a pretty good window where they are nowhere near a counter to this evasion, and it is a big-time problem for Jug and Gyro.
You are not wrong. They can't deal with him.
I mean, Jug has me all near
They actually
blink.
need the Aghanims from Ogre, and he's going to have 12 with the Tome, and that is pretty much how they deal with TB. They need the Grimstroke and the Ogre to handle it.
Yeah. So and that's what's scary, too, the way these cores are set up. Like, okay, great, maybe you can use the Ogre to shut down TB. Then you're going to have this Shadow Fiend with a BKB just running around. Also a bit scary.
He's close to that BKB, as you're saying. Now, Adam's getting some time, though, in the lane, because Z-Freak has his Aghanims complete in just one more gold. There it is.
Oh, wow, he's going for an Aghanims, too. Can you get
Now
the Phantom Menace out there?
This is a great game, yeah, man. TB, if I have Jug or TB on the enemy's team, I always get it. So Jug's on his team this game, so he'll just be copying that TB as much as he can. You just want, like, super high agi heroes that are reliant on right clicks.
That sounds like TB.
Yeah, that's him indeed.
Love the Ogre Aghanims. Very satisfying upgrade. I think it's a really cool mechanic.
It's strange, though, and it's hard to play with this kind of a build, right? Because of like how it's the percent of your current mana. It's like, sure, you always get to keep casting it, but, you know, at what point do you use it?
Yeah.
It chunks your entire mana pool so that you probably only get 1 or 2 Fire Blasts.
And that's why I like it, because I think if it was just a second Fire Blast, it'd be stupidly broken. And this prevents you. I mean, you can still get the value. You can still set up kills and get those 4 stuns, but it's going to cost you big time. I don't know. It's just a cool mechanic. Fairly unique in Dota.
Yeah, it is an interesting one for sure.
And also not one we get to see too often, so I'm
Mid lane,
excited.
they're going for the free pick.
Yeah, oh, they got him. Wow, is that a soulbind? It sure is. He's not bound to anything, Trent. He's just a lonely little Tidehunter there.
No one else came in for the play.
Nobody
Now
came
that's
for
a
the
worrisome
tether.
thing to see, is that you're supposedly winning the game, you're getting these big items, and then you're just like, what do we do now, team? Because they just blew up our Grimstroke, and we have a BKB SF on the hunt for us. I think Z-Freak may be in trouble.
Susie is coming in. Another Spirit Bomb on Z-Freak.
Man, he is tanky.
He sure is. It doesn't one-shot him, but not much you can do if you're the Ogre there. I will say,
man.
Susie, that was a close one there for Tabo. Susie has been playing this Shadow Fiend really well. 2-1 and 4. That only death came from the lane. I think he was like level 4 or something against the Gyrocopter. But since then, he's gone for this build that can be hard to execute sometimes. Uh-oh, we're going to hold that thought, though. IX Mike caught by the Omni Slash. Miracle looking to chase him down. Now he's going to get grabbed by the Winter's Curse, and some follow-up will be there. Brax with a Ravage. Leo just clicking him down. No answer for this Terrorblade right now. Limp with a little bit of magic damage. That will tickle him, but Susie's back. No ultimate. Forces the BKB now from Limp. The Grimstroke tether is back. That's your Soulbind. Silence onto the Terrorblade, but he's got a Manta style and still a lot of time on this
Ogre
meta.
cancels. They're not going to fight. Okay.
3-4-3 going to get left behind.
Yeah, they shouldn't fight without the Soulbind. I can agree with that.
But, yeah, go ahead.
No, I just I was gonna say I think they should have had that other kill too when he TP'd out up top after they killed the Ogre. But I don't want to talk about it. It's fine.
But yeah, Susie just been playing this positioning game really well. He makes it look easy. You know, like with this Shadow Fiend build, if you get the initiations, you look completely broken. But it just takes 1 or 2 misplays to get punished really hard for that early blink. Impressive stuff so far. Our boy is doing it.
This is they had the vision on that too. This is still a pretty scary game though. I think for Beast Coast, because as you said, there's one mistake or whatever, and it's Terrorblade, so I'm definitely in Beast Coast camp to win this game. I think they have the more likely opportunities here, but Mjolnir Juggernaut is nothing to scoff at. The Omni Slash can still shred through anyone.
I'd also like to say Scotty Terrorblade is nothing to scoff at. He is
Very true.
decked out for 26 minutes.
And he's about to be 20 as well.
Roshan for complexity. Got some Gouda here. Does get scanned out by the Dire.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
So they have a 40-second window if they want to try and push something here, but they're probably not exactly sure on the Ravage and everything. And it could get delayed enough that wouldn't be a very good look in terms of a fight. They didn't have any way to... They just have the Winter's Curse, right? Yeah. In terms of Miracle playing super aggressive, so he's able to push pretty deep like this and keep this game a little bit closer. Like, if they didn't have someone like Jug, this game would be even more Beast Coast's favor because of the Terrorblade's effect on pushing out the waves. But Miracle is playing just as risky as he needs to be. There is a blink on this Wyvern, though, right now. So if he TPs to this Shrine, Jug could be in trouble, but he also can't commit with the Aegis, I think.
He'll be just fine for now. Gyro not worried about this MKB. He's got a Maelstrom queued up to go with his Ags. And Jug, he's just focused on BKB for now. So an even longer window where it feels like this Terrorblade is gone kind of unchecked.
Feels like their builds don't match up between the Jug and the Gyro. Because now the Jug has to go back for a BKB to try and deal with the Ravage and the general magic damage from the SF and the CM.
MKB queued up for Gyro now, so he's changed his mind.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
All
But
right,
even still, I don't know. Like, this Aghanims is just so weird to me. Where it comes out and everything, I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels like he didn't farm fast enough to make the Ags good, and then the later the game goes, is it even going to be that great? I guess we're looking for, like, a peak past the next big summit. Like, we're looking like 40 or 50 minutes with this build. Beyond the summit, even, one could say.
Well, Miracle jumps in. Winner's
nice
Curse
burst.
comes out. Nice catch. It's a free Aegis. Follow-up Ravage while he's dead. The team
my
fight combo
God.
from BC is on point. Miracle will get off an Omni, but it's just going to tickle through all these illusions. Mike, that gets a little bit low. He's able to
He got the
blink
blink at the
away.
end.
I think they'll still catch him, though, and there's that Yules from Susie. Raises. Maybe they can turn this around. A buyback from Tavo. Brax actually gets knocked down to the side. I think that Primal Roar helped him. Limp just gets obliterated by the TB. That Scotty is too much, and now Tavo could be a dieback. They did use a buyback on the Ogre also. They're starting to clean up some of these kills, but it's costly for complexity. Brax on the run was set ablaze, but now he's good. Finding some space in the trees. Gets the blink. So, recap, not showing us the whole story there. Ogre also used his buyback.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Didn't mark him with the minus 517, though. So I'm not sure if that's all. Is it? I wonder if it really was just like a 50 gold. Do you have 48 and minus 18? That's pretty funny.
But that didn't factor in the Ogre buyback, I don't think.
That sounds pretty accurate, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So what happened there? They got the big team fight with the Winter's Curse and everything right in the middle, and then that fight gets dragged out for another 80 seconds after that. As you can see, the Winter's Curse is already back up. And I guess just a little bit too greedy and good turnaround of the Shrine, right, from complexity. Now the thing is,
Can't forget
as
Aegis
someone's
cheese,
pointing out,
too.
they did get the Aegis. They still have the cheese.
Oh, do they?
They
Who's
didn't
got
use
it?
cheese. Miracle does. It's in his backpack.
Ah, there it is.
But I don't know if they could have pushed high ground with that Aegis anyway. So I don't know. I think like getting a fight for complexity of that Aegis is actually a good thing. Because I think Beast Coast could have just dodged them. Like how do complexity force a fight? I think it's very difficult. They don't really have great initiation. The only thing they can hope
Tavo's
for is that
Blink
they
Dagger, I
catch someone
guess.
with a hawk.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of the worst way for them to start a fight, though. I mean, that was just tossing the Aegis away. Pretty easy Winter's Curse. I mean, I guess you do force out an ultimate for it, but not
I mean, they got the
worth.
Ravage down, though, right? I mean, I guess it is back now because they couldn't capitalize on it in time, but
Double
we'll see how
damage
good of a read.
on the Jug in the bottle right now.
Wow, they have Medallion and Solar Crest? Damn. Who's stacking it up there? Beastmaster's below the Grimstroke now.
I believe it. It's a position 5 Beastmaster. Hex now out on Shadow Fiend.
I've been playing too much Divinity Original Sin with Fog and Sheever, and I keep trying to mouse wheel rotate the camera. I kind of want to rotate my Dota camera now, guys. Oh, there's the curse. It's onto a DD Jug.
Oh, follow up Ravage. Looks like they just want to blow him up, and they'll do it. They show off that Hex, and Miracle's dead. Tavo looks to TP out. They're trying to find more. It's a pretty good delta split from Complexity, so they will minimize some losses. Z-Freak still with his TP available, just kind of hanging around.
Super simple. Just focus him down, right? Guarantee the kill. Oh, whoa, limp.
BKB TP, no way to interrupt it this time. What is this Divinity game?
Dude, it's so good. It's like a Baldur's Gate style, you know, 4-man party system. It's super high quality. It is in my top 5 games of all time. You guys want a game to play? You're waiting for TI.
Wow.
You got nothing else to do. Go get yourself Divinity Original Sin 2. You don't have to play the first one.
There's no way it's better than Path of Exile.
It's different. It's solo. Or, well, no, it's co-op, I guess I should say. It doesn't have to be solo. Roya, whomp him.
Yep. That's
Got him
Dead
again.
Ogre, all right. Yep.
But Owen had to ruin it and go cast at the summit. What a loser.
What a nerd. I forgot that he was
Yeah.
there in person.
How dare he? He left us. But the pickoffs are beginning here for Beast Coast, guys. Just the quick grabs. What's the BKB on Jug at? 9 seconds still. Gyros is also 7, just from the TP away.
Slow and steady here. Complexity
I think they're just getting choked
up
out.
against the ropes. Exactly. This is like this part of the map of that's about their spot.
Yeah. I think Mike's just going to get some crazy ulti off next.
You think so? Glimmer Cape ulti?
How much mana has he got? See, this is the problem with CM, though. So he's going to hit level 18, and he's not going to be able to cast his ultimate.
Yep. Been there.
He needs an Aether or something.
Definitely
Some
been there.
mangoes.
Now Lincoln's up on the TB. You're talking about not a huge amount of single target. And sometimes that can mean it's a really bad Lincoln's game, and sometimes that makes it kind of a god-tier Lincoln's game. Because now they have one stun, basically.
Well, they have the Roar, they have the Ogre, they have the Soulbind. There's a lot of, I think the Soulbind's the huge one.
Does TB care
Because
that much?
If I'm Cole, I'm just trying to Soulbind TB, and I'm trying to cast all my stuff on him.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
I see what you mean, but God, is it enough? The MKB is almost out on the gyro, so this will be big for Complexity.
I think he still needs BKB, though, right? Oh, he's going to try for an MKB next instead, eh?
That is crazy.
Sounds a bit risky to me. I feel like I'd rather just have Lincoln's BKB if I'm Leo, so that if my Lincoln's pops, I can just BKB.
Taking a much more passive turn here.
Yeah, we're waiting for the Refresher or the Agonins. Who are we giving the Ags to? Definitely not TB. What's our tide at? Brax has the -5 Gush armor, so he's getting it. Actually, he doesn't have the Gush damage talent, though. No! Alright, never mind. Brax doesn't deserve it anymore.
I think you usually grab the I mean, the Kraken Shell one is
It's pretty bad. No, you always
not
get the Gush
great.
armor.
Yeah.
What does Ags TB do? Well, let me tell you, Silent but Deadly.
It scares them.
It puts out a giant terror wave.
Whoa.
And actually, I'll read the exact description for you so that I don't give you any wrong info here. Ahem. Passing Metamorphosis will make a wave travel outwards in all directions, causing enemy heroes to become feared upon impact, and it has a 1600 radius. It is very strange.
So you pop meta, and everybody runs away from you.
Yeah, and it doesn't affect the cooldown or anything, I don't believe. No,
I think it just straight adds that effect.
it's just weird.
Give it to Mike, dude. Let's see some ice cubes. Right? Isn't that the one where if you're in the freezing field for more than whatever it is, 2 seconds, then you get frostbitten?
It's not good though.
But it's
They
cool.
have so many BKBs and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of cool late game. I think you still just give it to the tie to the SF. I mean, SF's a really good one. Probably he'll probably get it too. Nice catch by
dropped
Moose.
the curse maybe a little early. Did not
No, he's got
interrupt the
BKB
TP.
spin. Or he still had BKB TP. He had cheese. He couldn't get it off though with the chain stuns.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They knew the limits. It's a 1K swing. Beast Coast breaking it open.
You know what would be crazy if you had a Mars and you used the TB eggs. That would be sick. If you had everyone stuck in the arena and you TB ulted. Wait, isn't that what happened in the game we were casting? Am I crazy? Didn't I call that or something?
So, no, I don't. I would think I would have remembered seeing that. I think
Okay,
we saw it with a puck coil. Didn't we
Is that
see
what it was?
A
You're
puck
right. It was
button
a puck
Aghanims.
coil and he got the TB eggs.
Yes.
That's what it was. And he snapped it all.
So with the Mars one though, like because you're feared for a couple seconds. So do you just keep running into the wall like?
Yeah, you would just run into the wall over and over.
Just psh, 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 psh. So Brax is the one to take it. So
Alright.
he is worthy.
It lets him farm up to 25, which is pretty sick.
It's kind of a cool Ags.
Look at the range on it. It is impressively huge.
Yeah, it's like off the screen.
It's so disappointing when you didn't get the gush down earlier. As Z Freak picks off the courier.
Okay.
As he's cutting waves here. Oh, he's gonna bite us. Oh.
What, he only get
Now
2x?
that he has level 18, he can't get it. That is comical.
Wah, wah. Is BKB the item on Ogre?
Radiant's middle
What's that,
tower
sorry?
has
Is
fallen.
BKB the item on Ogre? That's
Yeah,
what,
it lets you just stay in the fight and keep casting Unrefined Fire Blast. I think that's correct.
You think over an Aether Lens even?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think the only other argument you could make would be Eon Disc if they had someone that like bursts you down
Radiant's
super
middle
fast,
tower
but I
is
think he
under
can get away
attack.
with BKB this game. Yeah, the Mars Willow openers people are talking about in chat. That was like the first hero I saw getting called with Mars and pubs when the hero got released because it's just like so brain dead good.
So
Like, it's good in lane, it's good in mid game.
almost a free lane of barracks here. That's the real Terrorblade just up in the front line, not a care in the world. He's got like 3 lives between the Satanic, the Aegis, and the Lincolns.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like a cat, but not as good.
They're even chipping away at top too. Roya's clearing out bottom, trying to relieve some of the pressure that's coming to their base.
Complexity is just getting choked right now. This is your classic chokehold.
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle barracks has fallen.
Look how far back everyone is. They understand. They just can't touch Leo. Look how much they have to spend to just pop the Aegis. All right, they have the roar, so they need to pop the Lincolns.
Brax jumps in. There's the Ravager. Nice BKB from Miracle. Is this
Uh-oh.
going to be enough? No, the Ice Cube is there. They're mitigating the damage. Leo's still alive. Susie jumps in, pops Z-Freak. He'll buy back. Winter's Curse onto Limp. They're clicking him as hard as they can. Leo, stunned up, needs to be careful. Sunder, he gets it. 3-4-3, now in some trouble. Buybacks coming aplenty from Complexity. Mike, the only one down on Beast Coast. Leo getting stunned up into an oblivion here. Needs to be a little bit careful. Again, the Cold Embrace, buying him some time. Pops the Manta, now on the run. No ulti for 20, but stands his ground, brings down Miracle. Now Complexity going too far out.
another
Brax
heal.
jumps high ground. This Winter Wyvern doing so much work right now. Limp gets brought down. 2 diebacks now. Their big cores in the sideline. Stuck in the
Brax
grave.
is so good. Like going back in to make that space there for the heal to come out from Moose so they could save the TV. Oh, well, speaking of Moose, I believe he just jumped in there to try and buy a refresher orb and died.
Yes, I believe that is what happened. Complexity not tapping out, but Beast Coast going for an ender.
Oh,
Buyback
multis.
from the Wyvern. Leo, that's an easy sunder. See ya later. He cut that piggy up. GG, well played. Beast Coast take game 1 in this 2-game series.
Oh, man. Oh, geez. This whole pay-per-game thing ain't working out for Cole so far.
Negative.
They They're struggling.
I mean, this game looked a little better, but look at that graph and just look how even it was again, and then just how quickly at 30 minutes, it's like, all right, Complexity's in pretty good shape. Yeah, I got a little gold lead. It's like one lost fight, mistake, game over.
It's just that their lineup should do something before. I mean, I still don't really agree with the gyro. I don't understand how this works in the slightest. I don't know how that's supposed to solve your problems.
I mean, it does seem to be pretty good in the lane. I will say I think I sold it short.
Hey,
But, I mean, is it better than Lena versus Shadow Fiend, for example? I don't know.
it feels like it doesn't fit the game plan. Just like, so what was the plan, especially with the build, where it's just like, okay, I'll be good when TB's insane. Well, how does that help you?
I agree more on the build. It seemed like the Gyro Jug were just off cadence, where Jug went Mjolnir first, and then Gyro went for drums first, then Gyro went for the BKB, and then Jug went for Blink, and then Gyro was like, well, now I need an Ags, and Jug's like, well, now I need a BKB, and they got stuck in this cycle of everyone farming for their next item.
They need to figure out what the hell they're doing with Tavo. Because there's some disconnect there. Tavo is a good Dota 2 player. He is. But he has not looked like one of these games. I mean, it looks like his hero serves no purpose and doesn't do anything. Doesn't stun. I mean, the vision is there, and that's something that's hard to quantify from a caster perspective because we have all this, like, bird's eye view, and it's, we're not toggling it back and forth a lot and stuff, but still, that's not enough, I mean, if you're picking this Beastmaster to play fast, then you need to play with the Beastmaster. I mean, the best push we saw was the Ogre and the Beastmaster alone, bloodlusting and interbeasting a catapult up top, like, early on. Why wasn't there, like, a Jug and a Gyro there? Terrorblade's not going to come fight you.
You're asking the right questions.
Can't you try and force a fight? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to figure it out because these are all very good players, but clearly there's some issue here.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully game 2 will be different.
We'll see. Yeah, that's what we said about game 1, and I guess it did look different compared to the end of the last series, but Complexity was something to prove here. We're going to take a break, then we're going to come on back, see what happens in game number 4. 2 more coming up after the end of this series. We got a whole nother series to round out our coverage today. So a lot of Dota 2 coming your way, boys and girls. Hopefully you'll come back after this. Let's get some updated brackets here. Where are they at? Beast Coast, game 1. Oh, why didn't it show up? There it is. All right, we'll be back after this, boys and girls.
Okay.